Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. What happened to Dave Blankenship? Why he left the Curse of Oak Island explained. Dave Blankenship was a steady presence on the Curse of Oak Island for several seasons, but suddenly he was gone. Secrets and treasure abound on the Curse of Oak Island, a History Channel TV series that takes place on the eponymous island, located on the south shore of Nova Scotia. Brothers Marty and Rick Lagina moved to the island after hearing about the curious history there, intending to investigate it to its fullest extent. There have been 12 seasons of the show now, with many people coming and going from the cast. Dan Blankenship was an original treasure seeker on Oak Island for nearly 50 years when the Laginas arrived and helped the brothers with their searches, despite being over 90 years old for most of his time on the show. Dan passed away at 95 before the start of Season 7, but his son Dave continued on, at least for a while. Dave is one of only 3 permanent inhabitants of the island and is partially paralyzed from a past industrial accident. A fan favorite on the Curse of Oak Island, viewers were sad to see that he suddenly disappeared. Dave Blankenship left the Curse of Oak Island after Season 7 for some unknown reason. Some fans on Reddit speculate that hardships brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic kept Dave away from Season 8, and he simply never returned. Another theory suggests that there was some bad blood between Dave and the Curse of Oak Island producers. In a since-deleted Facebook comment attributed to Dave Blankenship and only viewable on Imgur, Dave writes about his reason for leaving the show. There's no way to verify this comment without Dave himself coming forward, but the website Mysteries of Canada also posits this same theory. In this story, Dave was frustrated with the Curse of Oak Island for never giving his father the proper due for his part in uncovering the secrets and treasures there, essentially making the show the hit that it has been. This is all alleged, of course, and there have been no official statements about Dave's disappearance. It's a somewhat fitting mystery for a show obsessed with them. It's possible that Dave left the show due to his injury, partial paralysis. While working at a construction site as a steelworker on March 31, 1986, a heavy air compressor snapped the boom of a crane, sending its cable whipping around wildly. Mysteries of Canada. The cable snapped into Dave's knees, sending him 46 feet through the air and smashing through the window of the crane's cab. His hard hat pinched his carotid artery against the window frame, and Dave suffered a stroke that put him into a coma. Dave said about his coma, "Dave did end up getting out of bed, and soon he had recovered most of his bodily functions, though the left side of his body still has significant numbness." Dave has a good outlook on his injury, saying, "It's one of the reasons Dave Blankenship and his father worked so well on the Curse of Oak Island. They were never afraid to speak their minds and could often stop the Laginas from doing something exceptionally ill-advised. They were the real caretakers of the island, and their presence on it made the work of the show feel like something more intimate." Dave Blankenship, a beloved cast member of the Curse of Oak Island, quietly exited the show, leaving fans wondering about the reason behind his departure. His absence sparked numerous theories, but the truth is both personal and profound. Let's explore the life of Dave Blankenship, his journey on the show, and why he stepped away from the world-famous treasure hunt. The legacy of Oak Island. Dave Blankenship joined the Curse of Oak Island to help fulfill his father, Dan Blankenship's lifelong dream of uncovering the mysteries of the fabled island. Dan Blankenship was a treasure hunter whose passion for Oak Island began in the 1960s. He spent decades investigating its secrets, becoming one of the most iconic figures associated with the island. When the Lagina brothers, Rick and Marty, took center stage in the search for the elusive treasure, they teamed up with Dan. As Dan aged, Dave stepped in to support his father's efforts, working alongside the brothers to keep his father's vision alive. Dave quickly became a fan favorite. His rugged demeanor, sense of humor, and no-nonsense approach to treasure hunting added a unique flavor to the show. Viewers admired his commitment to the cause and his loyalty to his father's legacy. A complicated journey. Dave's journey to Oak Island was not without its challenges. In the late 1980s, Dave suffered a life-altering accident. He fell from a height of nearly 40 feet, resulting in severe injuries, including a stroke that left him partially paralyzed on one side of his body. Despite this, Dave's resilience was remarkable. He refused to let his physical limitations define him and remained an active participant in the treasure hunt. His determination and work ethic shone through on the show. Whether he was overseeing operations, sharing stories about his father, or lending a helping hand, Dave proved time and again that he was an integral part of the Oak Island team. Fans admired his grit and were inspired by his refusal to let adversity stand in his way. The decision to leave. Dave Blankenship's departure from the Curse of Oak Island was abrupt, leaving fans puzzled. He did not return for season 8, and his absence was not immediately explained on the show. This led to speculation about his health, disagreements with production, or even dissatisfaction with the direction of the treasure hunt. The truth, however, was more personal. In interviews, Dave cited several reasons for his departure. Chief among them was his desire for privacy. After years of being in the public eye, Dave felt it was time to step back and enjoy a quieter life. The demanding schedule of filming and the physical toll it took on him were also significant factors. Additionally, the passing of his father, Dan Blankenship, in 2019 had a profound impact on Dave. Dan's death marked the end of an era, and it's possible that continuing the treasure hunt without his father felt less meaningful. Dave's decision to leave may have been influenced by the desire to honor his father's legacy in his own way, away from the cameras. Life after Oak Island. Since leaving the show, Dave has remained largely out of the spotlight. He has chosen to focus on his health and well-being, enjoying the peace and quiet of life off-camera. While fans miss his presence on the Curse of Oak Island, they understand and respect his decision. Dave's legacy on the show remains intact. His contributions to the treasure hunt and his dedication to his father's dream have left an indelible mark on the Oak Island story. Fans continue to celebrate his time on the show and wish him the best in his journey beyond the island. The mystery continues. Dave Blankenship's departure is a reminder of the human element behind the Curse of Oak Island. While the show revolves around the search for treasure, it's the people involved, their stories, struggles, and triumphs that make it compelling. Dave's journey is a testament to resilience, loyalty, and the enduring power of dreams. As the Lagina brothers and the rest of the Oak Island team continue their quest, Dave's influence is still felt. His contributions have become part of the rich tapestry of Oak Island's history, a legacy that will endure for years to come. Whether or not the treasure is ever found, Dave's story serves as a reminder of the determination and passion that drive the search. A farewell, not goodbye. While Dave Blankenship may no longer be a part of the Curse of Oak Island, his spirit remains a part of the show. Fans can look back on his time on the island with fondness, celebrating his dedication to the hunt and his father's dream. In the end, Dave's decision to leave was a deeply personal one, rooted in a desire for privacy and a simpler life. It's a decision that fans can respect, even as they miss his presence on the show. For Dave Blankenship, the treasure was never just about gold or riches. It was about honoring his father, embracing resilience, and being a part of something extraordinary. And in that sense, Dave found a treasure far more valuable than anything buried beneath Oak Island.